Good morning. Habari asubuhi. Did you all watch the football match yesterday and are a bit tired still? So good morning once again. Oh, this is still not enough. Good morning. Okay, that was fine. So thank you very much for inviting me to this important event. First of all, I would like to greet CS Alfred Mutua, Cabinet Secretary, Ministry of Labor and Social Protection, with whom we work very closely together, as well with PS Shadrach Mwadime, Principal Secretary, State Department for Labor and Skills Development. Dear Gary, also welcome, President Coordinator of the UN family here in Nairobi, so an important interlocutor for all our political issues. I also greet all the TVET stakeholders, partners and champions. Ladies and gentlemen, representatives of Nation Media Group, very important media partner of this event. Dear guests from all over Kenya, but last but not least, I would like to welcome you, the students, the young people from Kenya that came probably from far away to participate in this important event. It's the 4th edition of the World Skills Youth Day, which is a UN-framed event. And it's really a great honor for me to be here with you this morning. And it's especially a day where you are at the center, not these old guys that are talking here from the podium, but you are at the center of the discussions. Your ambitions, your visions should be at the center of our discussions. So thank you very much for making it today. Thank you very much for being with us. I would also like once again recognize the presence of the Government of Kenya representatives. For us, the Ministry for Labor and Social Affairs, Alfred Mutua and Shadrach are really key partners. You might know that we negotiated a bilateral labor migration agreement only 2 years ago, and we negotiated it in record time, also thanks to Alfred and his team. And we are seeing, as was said earlier, also the numbers going up. So colleagues of yours, friends of yours, other students are preparing to go to Germany to work there with their skills that they learned here in Kenya, and I will later come back to this issue. Because this day gives us a chance not only to talk about the challenges of today, but also to look into the future and ask ourselves, and you can ask yourself also, some important questions. So why is it so important to talk about youth employment and to implement policies that support this agenda? What do you want as a youth in this very important moment also of Kenyan history? What is your idea for the future of this country? And why is it politically important also that people like the minister, like UN resident coordinator, or myself as an ambassador engage with you and talk to you and meet you? Also to understand what is the issue, what keeps you up at night, and where are your personal and professional challenges? Personally, I think, and I visit a lot of schools and universities here in Kenya and TVET institutions, that this younger generation is really the future of the country. The median age in Kenya is about 19 years. So that means half of the population is younger than 19, half is older than 19. In Germany, it's about 45. So you see a clear difference in our age structure. And that gives a lot of energy and open-mindedness into your society. And I can tell you, I feel it every time I come from Europe. I land at the airport, I go to the city center, and especially if I visit schools and universities, I can feel this energy and this ambition and this hunger in your generation. And I appreciate this very much, and I think this is really the biggest asset also of this country. You are the biggest asset of this country, in my opinion. But this is also a challenge, of course, politically. Around 800,000 to 1 million young people enter into the job market every year in Kenya. 800,000 to 1 million. So it's a challenge to create employment, to create education opportunities, to build up an infrastructure in education that gives you all the opportunities that you deserve. And also, you are demanding your say, you are demanding your political, your economic, your social participation in this country, and rightly so. And the question is not what kind of Kenya you want, the question is, how do your leaders give you an opportunity to raise your voice and to participate and to be part also of this political discussion? And this is why youth employment and skill is a political imperative, and why it is so important for a partner country like Germany to invest also in this. Because if young people do not see a future for themselves, they will not build one for their country. When youth unemployment remains high, when skills do not match market needs, and when political systems fail to include them, the frustration grows. And frustration left unaddressed can turn into agony or even into aggression. And we have seen this, we see this in Kenya also in the context of the elections from time to time, that young people are instrumentalized, that they're going into the political fight, but not with the power of the word, but with the power of their pangas or whatsoever. And I think this is a scenario that we have to avoid for this country, especially also in the context of the upcoming elections. And to frame it positively, when young people see that their aspirations are heard and their concerns are addressed, it strengthens the trust in government, in the governmental institutions, it reinforces social cohesion, and it contributes to lasting political stability and economic prosperity. Therefore, I want to highlight youth employment is not only about economic issues, it is also about political and social issues. Why is social cohesion so important? When young people have jobs, they are less likely to be radicalized or to be manipulated, or, to say it bluntly, to be bought on the streets in order to pursue forms of violent activism. If there is social cohesion and if the youth sees a future for itself in the country, they become an important part of this society and of the social fabric of this country. Second, why is economic growth so important? A skilled workforce attracts investment. Investment creates more jobs, fueling a cycle of prosperity. Third, political stability. A nation where youth feels heard and included is a nation that is more likely to remain stable and growth into prosperity. And this is why Germany, as a partner, sees youth employment not just as a development issue, but as a strategic priority in our bilateral relationship. In my opinion, politics, and this is true for Kenya as it is true for Germany and other countries, must do more than just listen to the youth. It must understand, engage, and empower them. It is our obligation to create structures that actively involve you. We have to develop youth-centered solutions. We have to decentralize decision-making and introduce transparent processes that gives you voice and agency. And politics must think long-term, not just in election cycles. Because youth is not a challenge or the problem. Youth is the solution, especially in a society that is so young and energetic as the Kenyan society is. So the question is not how to control youth. The question is how to empower the youth so that you become positive agents of change. Germany wants to support you, wants to support the political and economic development of this country. Germany was the first country to recognize the independence of Kenya in '63. But you might ask, why does Germany invest so deeply in youth employment in Kenya? What is the interest of Germany in all this? It's because we see long-term benefits, not just for Kenya, not just for you, but also for our partnership. Economically, a stable, skilled workforce in Kenya strengthens our economic ties. We have about 120 German companies here investing in Kenya, and some more have announced important investments. And of course, they need also well-trained local talent. They need you. And Kenyan businesses also gains access to global markets. I told you about the labor migration agreement, which brings up the numbers by 20 to 30% every year. But Germany is also investing into the youth development because of the security and stability of this country. A country where the youth has opportunities, is less prone to conflict. And this is in our shared interest. We need Kenya as a stable partner in this region where a lot of conflicts and civil wars are happening, as you all know. And we also need you and we need Kenya because we want to engage in global partnerships with Kenya. Germany, as Kenya does, stands for responsible partnership and within a group of like-minded democratic partners. And Kenya and Germany are like-minded. And we are pushing a lot of global initiatives together, be it in the climate field, be it in the human rights field, or in the regulation of artificial intelligence. And these are all fields where we need Kenya as a partner and where we need also the Kenyan youth as a partner. So I would like to give you some figures and some ideas about this partnership. In our cooperation, we focus very much on programs that aim at advancing jobs, inclusive economic growth, and Kenya's green transition. 2 years ago, we signed the Labor Mobility Partnership Agreement to create safe and structured pathways for skilled young Kenyans to access training and employment opportunities in Germany. Since 2015, with the help of the German-Kenyan partnership, over 790,000 people have benefited from capacity development. 93,000 long-term jobs have been created. Almost 70,000 entrepreneurs and small business have been supported. And 15,000 TVET students in about 100 schools are right now being trained in partnership with over 2,000 private companies. And it's, as Gary just said, it's the company that becomes the classroom in this dual TVET system that we want to help to be implemented here in Kenya. And these are not just figures or statistics, but these are all lives changed. Opportunities given, pathways opened. And I want to stress once again our approach to youth employment. We aim at investing in skills, not just in cash. We invest in human capital and in structures that support skills development like TVET schools and the wider economic ecosystem. And we maintain a very dynamic partnership also in higher education with a very active DAAD office. So I can only invite you, if you're interested to study in Germany, to check online the website of the German Academic Exchange Service. It was established here 50 years ago, and over 18,000 Kenyan students benefited in the last years from support from DAAD. So let me repeat my main message as I conclude, and sorry for being a bit long. So I think about 1 year approximately before the elections, Kenya stands at a crossroad. The elections next year will shape the future of this country, and I hope all of you that are turning 18 or are already 18 years old, turning 18, are ready to register and also ready to vote and also ready to raise their voice, because if you don't register and if you don't vote, you can't complain afterwards. You have to accept the result. So I really invite you to register and to be part of a very active political discussion. And the real work ahead of the elections begins before the votes are cast. It begins with young people who see a path forward, who register, who participate in the political debates, who vote, and with the youth that ask their leaders to commit to building that path together. And Germany stands ready to be a partner in this journey. We stand ready to cooperate with the government, with the private sector, with the civil society, and with all the other development partners working together. So let me conclude by stating once more, creating jobs for you, for the youth of Kenya, is not only an economic imperative, it is a political one. And I wish you personally all the best for your future. And thank you very much for attending this important event. Asanteni sana.